Let's take another look at visualizing sine and cosine waves. It isn't as black and white as this, or blue and red, but I find this is a helpful way for me to remember which is which in my mind. So beginning at 0 degrees, when we are furthest to the right, so when x equals 1 and y equals 0, around this point here, cosine is greatest, cosine equals 1, and then sine equals 0, and then likewise when we are as far up, 90 degrees or pi over 2 radians. So when x equals 0 and y equals 1, sine is greatest, and the trick is that sine exists on the y-axis and cosine exists on the x-axis, which isn't strictly speaking true, but it does help me to remember it. Okay, so when we're about, I don't know, 20 degrees, so about here-ish, you draw a rectangle. So while our cosine value is now just over 0.9, we can see that our sine value here is 1 over 3, or maybe when we're at pi over 6, our cosine value is 0.866, or square root of 3 over 2, while sine is exactly 1/2. So if I was to draw a rectangle here, this lands exactly 0.5 for our sine value. So when our angle is 45 degrees or pi over 4 radians, quite clear to see that both our sine and cosine are exactly the same, around 0.7 or square root of 2 over 2. At pi over 3 radians or 60 degrees, now our cosine is at 0.5, while our sine value is 0.866. And as we get closer and closer to 90 degrees or pi over 2, our cosine becomes small, about 0.2, and then our sine value becomes almost a full 1.